Well, first, I know my mom's watching, so I'm.
Hi, Mom.
And Mom, she doesn't like to be called ma'am or miss, so don't
Okay.
think it's just me, a black, not listening to you. Don't throw a shoe at me when I come back home. I love you to death. I just had to throw that out there.
Very polite.
Yeah, I go,
Very
I don't want to hurt you. What's wrong with you? Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna be. I guess we're gonna be talking about this for the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. But you know, my answer stays the same. Obviously, he's a good friend of mine, he's a brother of mine. But I'm not looking at it that way. I'm looking at his talent. I'm looking at his position. Who's doing what who's doing what he's doing at his position at this time. The amount of attention that defenses give to him. The new defenses set up to guard him. You know, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from a lot of standpoints. Does he deserve Supermax? Yeah, I've said it. I'll say it again. I've said it yesterday. I hope, you know, we don't have to keep going over it every time, but.
We won't.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, that's my answer. That's been my answer. I'm going to stand on my answer, and that's it.
Well, in the interest of full disclosure, let me say a couple of things. Just like he has to watch what he says when it comes to his mama, I got to watch what I say when it comes to Mama Bev as well, because she don't play. You understand? So she's watching right now. I've known Patrick for years. I've known his mama for years. I know I got to watch my mouth, too. So let's just get that out the way. It ain't just him got to be safe. I got to be safe, too. That's number one. Number two, let me say this. Bev, I know you're not phony at all. You mean what you say. Yeah, you know that's your brother and all of that stuff. But you've always been one of those dudes that's gonna be honest, and I respect that. You know that. Here's the thing. I've also told you this over the years. Just because you're honest don't mean you're right.
Facts.
In other words, I disagree with you. Okay, and I disagree with you. Now, what I would challenge you on is this: you can't, in my opinion, you can't sit up there and support James Harden as much as you do, based on resume, and ignore Chris Paul, based on resume. Chris Paul, everywhere he's gone, has made teams better. Chris Paul is recognized as one of the elite point guards to have ever played the game of basketball. Game 7 notwithstanding, losing 2-0 series leads notwithstanding, losing a 3-1 lead a couple of times notwithstanding, Chris Paul is universally recognized as one of, not the greatest, but one of the great point guards to have ever played this game. The resume said so. And so now we get to this point about James Harden. And I hope James Harden is watching. Love James Harden. Love that brother, okay? And I know what kind of game he has. I know how big time he has been. What we're saying, and it's not a crime to say this, there's slippage. Now, James Harden was so great, Bev, that even with slippage, he's better than 85% of the league. But that doesn't mean there wasn't slippage. The fact of the matter is that James Harden, based on the last year, I believe it's since the hamstring injury took place, James Harden seems to have a more difficult time gaining separation the way that he once did. Shots are more easily contested. They're not calling fouls for him the way that they once did. So he's having trouble getting to the free throw line with the level of regularity that he once did. Regardless of whether that's fair or unfair, that's compromised his effectiveness. So much so, Bev, that Joel Embiid went on the podium post-game when the series is over, said, quote, everybody's expecting James Harden to be that guy that he was in Houston. He is not that guy anymore. That is a quote from Joel Embiid. You've got coaches in Philadelphia that were calling plays for him. He wasn't shooting the ball. They gave him the ball as the point guard. He wasn't shooting the ball. He attempted 2 shots in a closeout game of a Game 7, knowing Embiid had a cracked bone in his face and a jacked up thumb. You got Tyrese Maxey out there playing all hearts out like you play in terms of his effort, okay? Tobias Harris doing what he can. James Harden was supposed to be that dude when Joel Embiid was compromised. He didn't step up. And so when you look at all of those different things, it is not a crime for us to sit up there and say, yo, Harden, you can still ball. You're a starter. You can still be an all-star. But that dude that we once saw in Houston, we ain't seeing that right now. And here's my last point, Bev. Whose fault is that? Because if you were so hell-bent on getting out of Houston, that you didn't have yourself in shape because you wanted to force your way out, and you ultimately went to Brooklyn. Remember, he was an MVP candidate in Brooklyn, even though he wasn't in shape. And then he had a hamstring injury that lasted considerably longer than anybody anticipated. And then he comes back this year, seemingly having lost a step. And if you can point that to him being not in the greatest of shape, ain't that on him? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.